half the field by far is not in the top 10. But we want to just say, come and feel the atmosphere and see the overall joy of what goes on and acknowledge our people. We've made it all affordable. There's no cost to come to prize giving. You don't have to spend a cent, and you can still get away from here at a good time this afternoon. And come and enjoy the championship winners and see what it's like and get a real buzz for it. You may be from a club that wants to hold the event in the future, or one that has in the past. It's been part of our 45 years of history. You want to see who these kids are in person and see what they're like as a champion and hear their speeches and who they've got to thank, etc. So it is a super exciting part of our weekend. So I'd love you to stay with us. Last year in Southland we went to the Ascot Hotel and had a monumentous afterdo. No reason why we can't do the same. Our difference is we're going to do it here at the track today because we want all of you to attend. So come and stay behind. It's a big shed. You can see it over there. And Mark's done a great job moving the hay bales around on the inside, put a bit of insulation up in his room for those even that can't get on the inside, on the outside. With the weather forecast like we've got today, it'll be a great opportunity. We'll have a PA over there so you can all hear what's going on as well. So it's going to be a awesome time. And to see those great trophy specialist awards going out, we really do thank Trophy Specialists. The name of the business says it all. They've been a quality trophy maker that the Manawatu Club's been using for probably around 30 or 40 years that I can recall. So thanks to Trophy Specialists for coming on board. They help with the design and the make of them. You'll find them rad and revolutionary for our AFC Motorcycles 2024 Championship. So look forward to you being part of it as well. And rather than just having big trophies for the top 3 or 5, we've got good sized trophies down through for the 10 overall. So I hope you can come and enjoy it. We've got prize giving afterwards. Yes, as well, you don't even have to go over with a vehicle because there'll be some parking over there. But there's also, you can feel free to stay back and just walk over and walk back. As you can see, hello dear, it's only 400 metres away. So stay behind for the prize giving and get a feel of this championship and just what it's all about. Many of you have come here for the first time. You've camped, you've mingled, and you really want to go out of here on the high that we want this event to be felt by you is to be part of the prize giving as well. Come and join us, come and say hi, come and have a drink with us afterwards. I've got a couple of cold ones in the chili bin. We're going to enjoy a bit of a wind down afterwards, although we do have to come back and pack up our 19 speakers. So we certainly can't be there too long. We'll be, otherwise we'll be in the dark. All right, here we go, out to go again. Of course, they had that other class for a practice. We've still got a bit more to go for the practice laps, but this is another one of our races underway. 8 to 11 65s. Well, straight into it at the moment. Here we go. Mason Izagalis along with Levi Rogers go to Nico Verhoeven. He's back in an uncharacteristic third place with Henry Miller in there in fourth behind him. As we look to update, there's our little man George Scott as well, running in 18th place at the moment. A young 8-year-old, youngest man in the field, by the way. He's only going to get better and grow with it, I'm sure. So Mason, Levi, Nico, Henry, going back to Kobe Carroll in there at 5, 6 for Sebastian Bassett, 7. Charlie Hodgkinson from Tanner Manson, an unconditional, well, an unusual place for him. And Jack Huggins running at 11th overall in the points at 42. And he is running in 10th at the moment. He needs to because he is, I'll tell you what, 9, 10 and 11 at the moment are on 44, 43 and 42 points respectively. So one of them's got to make the improvement because one of them's going to miss out. So Kobe Carroll, Jai Gibson and Jack Huggins are the 3 separated by 1 point each. So that's a bit of climatic stuff to find out, of course, then who will take the next place. This is our second class to define a championship. They've had 4 at the moment. They've all been won by Nico. So to see Nico not in the lead at the moment, uncharacteristic for him, it doesn't matter because I tell you what, he has got a 14, you heard it, 14-point lead. So to be back even 14 points, he could be back in 12th place and still be winning it overall. But he's in 3rd at the moment and carrying on respectively out there now. Yeah, big shout out to Crown Kiwi, proud to distribute Alpine Star and 100% goggles. Massive company, massive operation, and more importantly, massive being behind Manawatu Orion. They support us at Woodville each year and are supporting us here with the junior champs this year. So thank you to Shane and your team, well supporting Manawatu Orion. So 100%, and Alpine Star, superb sponsors extraordinaire as they will flow through for our motocross championship this year as well. Excited to see that backdrop going up as well with all those sponsors' name on the board, and that'll form part of our stage at the prize giving afterwards today. Oh, there we go, and the buzz is on, there we go, trying to get a little bit of air for these boys over the 65. You know, and I still, again, can't say enough about these 65 riders. Do you hear the moans from them about the track was too rough? Holy Toledo, if 125s or 250s thought it was rough, take a wheel of half the circumference like these and then go out there and ride the track. They feel every little bump in it at the moment. So there it is, pretty hot to watch. Here we go, Alpine Star, 100%, 8 to 11, 65s. And these amazing little masterpiece motorcycles certainly in fine form here as they race it out at the moment. Looking out for riders like Nate Hewlett out of Whangarei, Charlie Hodgkinson from Waimuku, north of Auckland, Nico Verhoeven from Cambridge, Carter Hewlett out of Whangarei, Henry Miller from Matamata, Cooper Bennett out of Te Awamutu. All of those riders are north of Taupo, effectively, so the upper half of the North Island. Wanganui's Tanner Manson, Whakatani's Cole Baker, looking out Sebastian Bassett from Auckland, Levin George Scott, so really one of the few locals in here. Waipukurau's Kobe Carroll, Waitoki's Jack Huggins family, one I was talking about yesterday, and going all the way to the beautiful Gold Nuggets motocross on the west coast of the South Island in February of this year, and they enjoyed the local hospitality down there. Also to Joey Gibson out of Te Awamutu, Levi Rogers from Morrinsville, Whangarei's Cooper Robinson, Pirata's Cooper Johnson, then Rotorua's Cooper Fletcher, and of course Australian Mason Izigala. So in fact, in our 65 class, not one South Island rider in that field, not one from the South Island. So certainly hope that the South Island 65 riders can, probably a lot of them think, oh, well, my kids are only young, they're only in the early part of their racing, but man, the experience of coming here would really give them a step up, I'm sure, to do better 65 racing. We know how good the 65s are. We've seen it at the Michael Godfrey and plenty other events. So I hope to see those 65 rider numbers from the south build and join us in the north. It'll be great to see. Always love the South Island, keen to get in behind them. And we've had some great champions in years gone by from the south, and why not? All right, here we go. Looking out for Mason. There he goes. Letter E today for Mason Izigales as he goes flying through, looking in, of course, to the 26 and putting all that pressure on for Nico. Can he get back to number one and retain the 5 out of 5 record? He's won 4 out of 4. As we've said before, won't make a difference overall. He's still got a 14-point lead, but I'm sure for the glory, he'd love to win them back to back to win that 5th and final race, as this one is for this class. And again, even though we probably, as a spectator, would have liked the sun out a little bit from the rider point of view, especially earlier this morning, that sunstrike scenario is something we're conscious of. So to be riding in the cloud cover as we are at the moment, and this a very mild day is great, and a nice bit of weather to finish off the weekend. My wife got very wet at Supercars in Taupo yesterday, so I understand they're going to have a good one. And congratulations to Andre Heimgarten for that victory as well. That is superb, and man, oh man, I'm sure the crowd went wild to know that it was a Kiwi winning on Kiwi soil. Race number 7 for the 2024 series. Race number 8, another 400 today with ITM. So it'll be a cool event to be part of, but when it clashed with the Junior Nationals, said sorry, won't be going to the V8s, and there you go. Maybe another year. Also, V8 will be back in. It'd be good to know what date the V8s are on for next year. Actually, that might be something, of course, because they've got a 3-year contract, and maybe those dates are going to come out early enough. We wouldn't want to be going anywhere near the Taupo region at the same time as that event is on. In fact, even NZTA Wakakotahi put out a warning notice to people to avoid the Taupo area over this busy weekend. 40,000 people per day. See the aerial photo of the lakefront when the cars came down on Thursday afternoon was huge. It was jam-packed with people, let alone any traffic down there. Parade of the cars certainly looked spectacular from the air, from the drone footage. The one I locked was on the Penrite Oil site, actually, and that was pretty spectacular. Right, here we go, here's your race onto it at the moment, looking good, here we are. Mason, he would love to finish on a high here in New Zealand. Oh, he got caught up there, look at that from Nico going to the boom on the outside, can he try and get through? Oh, not quite, getting closer though, Here they are coming up and over, the kicker line taken there as well by the 26, and Nico throwing it all in there as he challenges, and there he is right on the wheel, he wants to go and make it number 5. Hope he doesn't jeopardise his title, it's not to be worried about. Oh, in fact, one of them down. It's he's gone down. Oh, Nico down, but he's back up. He's on the bike. He's all right. Oh, just when I said I wouldn't want him to overdo it and go down, he did go down. Commentator's curse for sure as we look out for them there. So watching out in the update round that corner, trying to hold on. Does so nicely. Good work in there. And there he is sitting back there for the second place now. So maybe he's learnt from that. The win is not everything. And he was just lucky to have got away with a little tuck at the front, a quick pick up of the bike and back and racing again. Here we are looking to come out wide, which is a good call down here at the bottom. Of course, as we know that the track will get rougher as the day goes on. People trying to find those smoother lines. One of the great lines here yesterday, the kicker jump on the inside before the AFC Motorcycle Super Jump was to then launch on the inside, but then land on the outside of the corner, so you didn't roll through it. You actually got, if you can see, there's a little bit of no man's land between the landing zone of the kicker and the berm on the outside, and it's exactly where riders were leaping and going onto, so it actually proved to be the softest part of the track as well as almost being the smoothest. So a tactical great part of it to learn there. There we are, go Mason, well done for this young man from Australia, holding on here very nicely, and we can see Nico has closed the gap down a little bit. Is he still hungry to be number one? What lesson has he learned from his little tumble before? Just needs to keep it there and hold for that second place. Here he is coming up for the charge on these latter laps at the moment with the title in the palm of his hand. This kid's going on, of course. He's got 5 more sleeps in New Zealand before he goes overseas for a 3-month campaign to go to the World 65cc Champions. The World 65s raced at a track called Herd in Holland, the Netherlands, and we wish him all the very best for that. That event comes up in around about August. I haven't gone and checked the date of that one. I do want to take a note of that date because we'll make sure we're on board with MXGP to follow those results. The other cool thing, the World Juniors will be on a date when there's no other World GP round. So, of course, the in front team that promote MXGP, they'll be there with bells and whistles on, so we'll still be able to get some good comprehensive coverage and follow those results over the weekend with our Kiwis in the field. And as we mentioned yesterday, the best and the first ever of those Kiwis to do the World Champions was Auckland young man Blake Gillard, and the best result he got, I think, on his second attempt was 4th in the world. And up until we had our riders achieving greater honours in the last few years, that had been our best result for some time. So a good bit of history to share there at the moment. World Juniors we had here in New Zealand in 2009 and Australia in 2018. So nice to have had a taste of both of those events, and man, the ferociousness of that racing is just absolutely next level. So hearty congrats to all of the people. We had a great New Zealand campaign to go to Australia those few years ago. Of course, people like Hayden Smith and Brodie Connolly, of course, and Brodie over now as a professional motocross rider in Australia, and he's got 3 out of 4 wins so far in the championship to date through those 2 Victoria rounds, and Wonthaggi and Horsham been to both of those 2 tracks, commentated both of them for motocross, and so not dislike what we see here today, actually, although Wonthaggi's more the sand, and Horsham is a little bit more hard packed, but 2 good tracks. There we are, there's the finish, there's the wrap, and it's not that we want to say that he was beaten, it's more the fact that Mason's had a victory, and we can go and have a chat to Mason. I've been waiting for this all weekend, so checking it out as we look out for all 3 of them. But Nico will still win the title, another title to be claimed, so well done. Nico Verhoeven on the CML KTM takes the title overall, but Mason can claim the 1 race glory out there and all of that. Let's go and have a chat to them.
Yeah.